I feel my blood pressure go up when I listen to him, but like in a good way.
Well, hello there. Welcome to Respond in Kind. With me again, back by popular demand, is Deb. Hey, Deb.
Hi. Apparently I'm a part of the Renegade now.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm really glad that first video got the attention it did.
Who would have thought, us being ourselves?
Yeah.
Slightly
Yeah,
masked because we have ADHD.
Absolutely, yeah. So one thing I did not do in the first one was really give you much of a chance to provide any background on yourself, and if there's anything you want to promote or just provide background.
I didn't know I would be asked. Let's see. My name's Deb. I'm pain-free beauty across all social media platforms. Started doing TikTok videos 5 years ago, and it sort of blew up during the pandemic. And then I started doing TikTok Shop a year ago, and people really liked my sweary calendar, and I gained like just an insane amount of following, and here I am.
I'm really glad that you're down for coming back and listening to some more songs, because I think there's a good dynamic there, and you've got perspective, and you carry yourself well, and all these things that I don't do as well, or I do differently, I guess. But I'm super excited to show you some more REN. So
I was very flattered by what everyone was saying in the comment section. Brady was telling me that he sort of assumed that it would gain some traction, and I had no idea what I was getting myself into. So when I found out that there were like 50 comments or something, I was like, oh no, because social media can be ugly. And I just assume everyone's going to be negative because I've had a lot of that on social media. So yeah. I appreciate everyone's very kind reactions.
The REN fans are really, really amazing. And
they're amazing, as they should be.
Yeah.
Because REN's amazing. So that it totally makes sense, but it just didn't click until I read the comments and I was like, aw.
Yeah, thanks to all you renegades who have been supportive, and we'll keep providing more content.
Even though I want to watch all of the things, I've been purposefully not watching it so that I can like genuinely react to the stuff that I haven't heard before. So
that's cool.
I'm just throwing that out there because I think that I'm a new renegade here. Okay, I'm taking my time.
There's a lot of different ways we could take it. There's so many songs. I want to start today with Sick Boy. It's the title track to an album he released last year, fully independent. It hit number one in the UK, number one album.
I am very anxious to hear it.
Here we go.
Hi Ren, thank you for coming in today.
Thanks for seeing me.
Looking at your file here, it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop. Our subconscious can repeat patterns from the past, which can have a pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology. Essentially, your mind is making you sick.
Okay.
Trauma response.
Yeah.
So I've read a little bit of his biography, and apparently he spent a lot of time trying to figure out what was wrong with him for like 8 years, was it? No one could find out what was wrong with him, and he was hurting so bad that he wanted to take his own life, and that's insane.
Yeah.
And she's just, when she said trauma response, I was like, oh, I know that all too well. And I know that trauma responses and abuse and stuff like that can alter your health. So what I perceive this as, without having seen more than just like a minute of the video, is this is his experience going through trying to get diagnosed, and people are trying to make excuses for why he's feeling this way.
Yeah, I think you're onto something. Okay, we'll back up it just a little bit.
Your mind is making you sick.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic
psychedelic steroid, stem cell, poster boy, pass out, white noise, quick fix, snake oil. I'm about to break, boy. Oh, what a shame, he's in pain. Have another go. Take another pill. Here, take a couple more. Let's see how you're doing in another week or so. You'll be feeling worse when the side effects will show. Derealization, medical patient, losing patience with the process, walking hand in hand with Satan. Complications with the medication, inflammation, dehydration, inhalation, aggravation, building up a toleration. Drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown, soccer, drown. I've been feeling like I'm drowning with my feet upon the ground. I've been screaming, I've been shouting, but I never make a sound. I've been looking for a way out, but I always seem to drown.
Is this all making sense, Ren?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. What I propose we do is we try to pinpoint the exact experiences from the
Oh, he's calling healthcare out. Let's go. Let's go, Ren. Let's go.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that because so many of us find ourselves in situations where the doctors are not freaking listening to us.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it reminds me of, if you don't mind me sharing a personal story. So I had 4 kids before I realized what postpartum depression entailed. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I was feeling so angry and very short tempered. And I was like, but postpartum depression is when you're tired and sad all the time and you can't function. I was functioning just fine. I just wanted to punch people. And so I went to my doctor. Granted, it was a military hospital, but I digress. And my doctor was like, oh, that's nice. And I even told the guy, I said, I mean, if there's a natural way of doing this, I would prefer it that way. Or if like, you can just at least make sense of my feelings, that'd be great. He's like, would you like Prozac or would you like, he gave me 2 options of antidepressants.
Mm-hmm.
Prozac, that's an antidepressant, right? I can't even remember what it was because I didn't end up taking it. But like, he literally he gave me the choice of 2 antidepressants. And so this kind of stuff fires me up because I've been in situations where I'm like, help me, please. I'm not doing well. And they're like, which medication would you like?
Yeah. Just throwing something at it it's a tricky thing.
It's tricky because medicine works for people. It just doesn't work for everybody.
That's exactly right. It has to be an individual approach.
Right. A lot of medications are covering up other issues. It's like, instead of getting to the issue of a person's problems, we're just going to mask it with this medication.
Yeah.
It's like
And
the
maybe make
doctors
it
don't
worse.
have time for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, Ren. I'm very proud of him. Like, I feel like he's speaking for us, like,
yeah.
let's do
That's
this.
a common thing I hear out in the Reniverse is he's kind of a voice for the people.
Right.
In a lot
And
of ways.
he has that power to do so. And good on him for using it for good.
Yeah. For real. All right. We'll get back in it.
Good. What I propose we do is we try to pinpoint the exact experiences from the past that are keeping you stuck. What can you tell me about your childhood?
I can't really think.
It's okay if nothing comes up right away. What I'd like you to do is take some deep breaths with me. In and out. In and out. Good. Now tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick. We're given everything we need and we commoditize it. We consume, we destroy like we're parasitic. Science tells us that it's suicide and still we commit. I'm not sick, we are sick. We are standing on a cliff in the name of progress. We jump off the precipice. I'm not sick, I'm the virus, you're the virus, hypocrite. How can you sit there with that smile on and tell me that I'm sick? Sick boy, looking for a fix, boy. Push it down in public, quick pose for the pic, boy. Record label meetings that commodify your gift, boy. Why you so upset? Don't you wanna be a rich boy? Fuck no, industry is cutthroat. I've been doing bits by myself, swimming backstroke, walking on a tightrope, rapping with a slit throat. The way that we persist is like the ending of a bad joke. As the people evolve, we're complacent to assailants and we do what we're told. Counterintelligence, a sight to behold. Rape the earth of all resources and we bleed it for gold. And we bleed it for wealth, we bleed it for fame. But when you bleed it, can you tell me what the fuck will remain? And I bleed in myself, I bleed in my brain. While I'm bleeding, I'm the reason, cause I'm doing the same.
Woo. Okay, Ren. Okay. Good grief. Like,
Yeah.
I feel my blood pressure go up when I listen to him, but like in a good way. It's
Yeah.
like, this is the stuff that all of us want to say, but we don't have the platform to say it.
Yeah, totally. Kind of like with High Ren. I don't know if it's necessarily breaking the fourth wall again, but he alludes to his situation in a lot of his songs, even calling himself out, like, I'm the reason.
I love how he embraces the fact that he and everyone else is imperfect.
Yeah.
I mean, how many of us self-sabotage?
Yeah.
Like, I can use myself as an example. Like, I got diagnosed with an autoimmune disease last year,
Oh, really?
and I only just got to the rheumatologist today.
Oh,
And as he's looking at my history, he's like, "Oh, so you got these blood tests in January of last year." I was like, "You are correct." So, I mean, we're all human. We make mistakes.
we have to be our own advocate in so many ways, but also we have to have somebody else on our team to support.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, it doesn't help when doctors and the whole healthcare system is working. It seems like it's working against us and not for us.
Yeah. My girlfriend, she's got rheumatoid arthritis and several other autoimmune issues. And you need a chronic care specialist, somebody like be the manager of, okay, we need to involve these specialists here and they need to be aware of this other condition here, because so much of it is siloed.
Yeah, you need an advocate for sure.
Yeah.
Right. No, I actually, that's actually why I stuck with my PCM, because when I first moved here, I just selected her from like a list of people, because at the time that's what my insurance took. She ends up being amazing. She takes the blood test. She's like, well, the first thing I want you to do is go to the gastroenterologist, because we want to see if it's like this digestion issue. And then she sent me to the rheumatologist. So I'm certain that at some point, I felt like the guy I talked to today was very, like, he seemed very genuinely concerned about me, asking all the questions and not just brushing me off, because I've been brushed off by doctors before. So I know what that feels like, and that sucks. But as I was talking to my doctor today, he was like, "Oh, you do realize that abuse will manifest itself through your cardiovascular system." And I was like, "Oh, I've done all the research. I was on Narc for a solid two years before I kind of got sick of it." But like stress, anxiety, like, you are literally making yourself sick. And I can't help but wonder if we can segue this into Ren. If he wasn't getting so frustrated with not finding a diagnosis, that it in turn ended up making him sicker.
Yeah, his health situation would be light years ahead had it been diagnosed correctly from the start.
Yeah,
and not being diagnosed correctly led it to psychosis and And
I mean, naturally, like, no one's listening to you. You literally want to die. You feel so like, I can't even imagine. Honestly, like, reading his bio kind of made me count my blessings a little bit, in that, like, maybe some things haven't been that bad. Because I can't even imagine being in so much pain and being so sick that you don't want to exist anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely can look at that from an emotional standpoint, but like physical, like, I don't know much about Lyme disease, but I can imagine it's awful.
From what little I've been able to gather, it's just a silent, faceless demon of a disease.
And it comes from a tick.
Yeah.
Like, that's blowing my mind.
Well, as we're experimenting here with different formats and stuff, we'll bid our viewers farewell for a second while we'll just switch this to a new video.